everyone, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my channel and welcome to video virtual shopping. The kind of shopping that you can do as though you are window shopping. Yeah, I've been doing some shopping lately because I don't do monthly fave videos because I just feel like it's a way to push products every month. And I know as a consumer of videos on the other end, I felt like every month I had to go purchase something from all of these cool videos coming out that were showing me all these products. But when I do a new products video or new launches or new beauty stuff that you want to know, it's a little bit robust to say the least because yeah, I put them all together and share them with you all at one time. So today's video is going to be some of the cool new products that I have discovered and that I wanted to pass on to you that are worthy of passing on to you. That's probably a better way to say it. And I also want to start off by saying thank you so much to today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp. Now you may know that May is Mental Health Month, but that doesn't mean that the other 11 months of the year, there aren't times when we find ourselves in need of some sort of therapy, mental therapy, whether it's life stresses, divorces, whatever it is that you may find that you need help with. I get contacted by a lot of different companies to sponsor my videos, and I say yes to some, which I always disclose to you guys, but I end up saying no to many more than I say yes to. When BetterHelp reached out to me to sponsor a video, I thought this is something that I can get behind. I loved the concept behind the company and wanted to share it with you guys. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist whenever you feel comfortable, whether it's via chat, text, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. And if the therapist isn't the right fit for you for any reason, you can change therapists for no additional cost. With BetterHelp, you get the same level of experience and quality from a therapist that you would expect from an in-office therapy session. But with a therapist who is custom selected for you and your specific needs, you have more flexibility in the scheduling and all of this at a more affordable price. BetterHelp is offering a discount for the first month of 10% off. I'll leave a link and the description code right below in my description. So again, thanks so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you guys are ready, let's get into the rest of the cool products that I have in store for you today. First product right off the gate I want to share with you guys is the merchandise on my website is back and it is of a quality for which I can stand behind. You might remember, I think it was about 7 months ago, when I had shared with you that I was preparing some shirts that had our specific age awareness to be grateful for everything logo on it, and I wasn't really thrilled with the quality of the shirts. I went back to the drawing board and looked for another ship-on-demand company that I could feel good about knowing what was the quality of the product when you received it. Was it JODIMANNES approved? I feel very confident that if you were to give a shirt like this as a gift to your girlfriends or anybody that you know, you would feel good and proud about the quality of the gift that you were sending. I have loved this new shirt. I actually ordered it in black as well. And I was wearing it the other day to the grocery store and a lady recognized the logo and she's like, I know that logo from somewhere. And we got to talking and then she remembered it. She's like, I love what that stands for because it made her feel proud about her age. Whether it's a coffee mug, there's stickers, check it out. There's just a few products and they're listed just below this video. I also wanted to take a second to thank you guys so much for your overwhelming support and response to my children's book that was republished just 2 months ago. When I first mentioned this back in April and that it's available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, you guys were amazing. It sold out on Amazon within just a matter of days. The publishing company has restocked it. It is available again on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, but I just can't thank you guys enough. I shared the book with you guys so that you could know who I am beyond beauty reviews and new products and makeup tutorials. There's just more to all of us as women. We're so much more than makeup. And so I share that with you guys in bits and pieces along our journey together. And so me talking about the book was really just another way of showing another dimension to who I am and what I'm interested in. And So thank you for your support though on the book, and yeah, it's definitely one of my prouder moments for sure. I love the story being told because it's a simple story about embracing people that don't necessarily look like you at a very young age. So again, I have a nephew that is in a wheelchair now due to a car accident. I wrote this book before that accident happened to him. So it was just ironic that there's a boy in a wheelchair, there's a boy with hearing aids, they all look different, and it's just about embracing people in your life that don't necessarily look like you, but have so much to bring to your life and value to your life. And I guess why it's a children's book, but it's good for adults as well. All right, next, let's talk about, the hair's a little wild today, so let's talk about the hair. I did use my triple barrel curling iron. If you have not seen that video, I will link it right here for you. It's just one of those fun tools that once I learned how to use it right, it's quick, and with the right dry shampoo, you can get a couple days out of it, and that's what I'm loving about it. While we're talking about hair, let me share with you the shampoo and conditioner that I have recently switched to. Wasn't sure how I was gonna like it because I'm kind of a Kerastase snob, and I've loved Kerastase for years. I've shared that with you guys before. So when this company reached out to me and said, just try it and let us know what you think, I wasn't excited to do that until I learned more about the company and really started to understand that I use about 15 to 20 bottles of shampoo and conditioner that I'm then putting in the recycling bin, or sometimes they're not even recyclable, that I am adding to waste and landfill, and how much water it takes to make a bottle of conditioner or shampoo, not to mention the extra weight in shipping and all of the environmental challenges that come with that. I thought there just has to be a better way because I'm gonna forever wash my hair, and if I can do it in a better, smarter, cleaner way, I want to do that. Enter the Earthling Company. Now they have bar shampoos and conditioners that are paraben-free, silicone-free, sulfate-free, thank goodness fragrance-free, which is one of the bigger parts for me. And all of the reasons that I just talked about are one of the biggest reasons that the Earthling Company went into business, to do good for the earth. And the older I get, the more important that's becoming to me. And I felt like when you can look at a package this size and know that I don't need a big, huge bottle of shampoo, but that this will last me as many shampoos, that's where I became really involved. And just like you would with hand soap, your hair is wet in the shower, you set this in your hand, rub a little bit on your hand until it gets sudsy. Starting at the root of your hair, really massage those suds into your hair and then rinse it so that it just rinses out through the ends of your hair, and just like that, you're done with the shampoo section. Then you go right into conditioner, and this is where it gets even easier. The conditioning one, because your hair is already wet in the shower, and again, these ones are unscented. They do have fragrance if you would prefer fragrance. I prefer not fragrance. And you simply just take this bar, now that your hair is wet, and you rub it on the ends of your hair. Rub it really well so that all of your hair is coated, and then you rinse it out. And just like that, you have not only done good for your hair, these are cruelty-free, they're vegan, and they're good for all hair types. So I'm a big fan of it. I will leave a link for these down below in the description box in case you are interested. We're gonna stick with hair for one more product, and then we will get into makeup. Is it all makeup after that? I think it's all makeup after that. All right, the last hair product I have for you guys, you know I'm a big fan of the Ergo brushes. I use their round brush to blow dry my hair. That's always linked in the description box below if you're wanting to know what size specifically I use. Once I started using that GHD hair dryer and flat ironing all-in-one tool that I highlighted for you guys a couple videos ago, I liked the way that looked, but I wanted to do it underneath where I could feel like my scalp got dry. So that's why I decided I like the flatness of that device, so I needed a paddle brush. That's when I started using this Ergo flat paddle brush. And just like the round brushes, the bristles are infused with what's called a tourmaline crystal complex. And when these get warm from your blow dryer, they emit a negative ion, which dramatically reduces the static electricity in my hair, sort of that staticky frizz, and it adds to the overall polish and shine of my hair. Because of the shine that I get from using this during the blow drying sessions, it's allowed me to use less product, so I get less product buildup on my hair to get that shine that I want. Now I'm able to get it through the blow drying process, and less product. So for me, that is a big win. Ergo brushes are reasonably priced and the quality has been there. So I love this paddle brush. I hope I got all my hair out before I put it on camera. I think so. All right, let's go to makeup. Sorry guys, my husband, I wish you could see him off camera right now. He's going to make an appearance, I promise you, one of these days. He keeps peeking his head in because he's like, please don't forget to talk about that LED belt thing that I wear all the time. So I did grab it, and let's just, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to rearrange the order a little bit because I love my husband so much and he's been adamant about sharing this, which I think is so adorable that he's that vested in not only what I am doing, but in products that I try that he thinks will be helpful to you guys because he's now tried it and loved it. And that's the Nova Light Belt that I shared with you guys probably 3 or 4 months ago. And this is the name of the company. It's Nova Lab. I keep boxes for everything. I don't know why I do that. It's light therapy. It has red light and infrared light. And it looks like this. It's very, very easy to wear. And you can put it around your back. He has pain in his lower back from time to time. So a couple months ago when I first got this, he said he had some lower back pain. So I said, just put this red light therapy on and let's just see how it works. Because red light therapy heals tissue up to an inch deep, an inch into your tissue. So I thought, let's just give this a try. And he did, and he swears by it. There's the infrared. And the more I've read about this, red light therapy helps with up to 30 different health issues. It comes with this Velcro belt. So you can wrap it around a knee, you can wrap it around your chin to kind of tighten up this area of your face. You can wrap it around your stomach, you can wrap it around your back, wherever you're having pain. Red light therapy has also been proven to help with the regrowth of hair. You've probably seen some of those expensive hair bands that go across your head or the red light masks that we've all talked about on YouTube channels. This does all of that, plus it's flexible enough to go in other parts of your body where you're having pain. So not only is it red light therapy, it's also the infrared therapy. A funny story with this is last weekend we had what's called a dual sport ride in the state that I live in, where it's 100 miles on dirt roads on a dirt motorcycle. I didn't ride in it, but I volunteered at the end to be part of the sweeper crew where you go through to make sure that there's nobody left on the roads, there's no accidents, no broken down motorcycles. When they asked me to do it, I'm like, oh, 100 miles, that's no big deal. First of all, it was all day. It was like 6.5 hours. But when I tell you the next day, my shoulders were so sore that instead of listening to me complain all day, my husband said, well, what about that red light belt that I wear for my back? And I thought, oh, let me just try it. This was a lifesaver. I just put it across my shoulders. I didn't even use the Velcro belt. I just put it on the back of the couch and laid on it. I felt so much better. I didn't have a reason to complain anymore about my shoulders. So I see why he kept trying to get me to use it. I love this thing, and I've actually ordered some because I want to send them to my sister and to my dad. So thank you, love, for reminding me to talk about the Nova Light Pad because this saved me last weekend quite a bit. All right, now can we get into beauty? Now let's get into some makeup. So last weekend, a couple weekends ago, I was going through Nordstrom because I just felt like I needed to be amongst all of the new summer stuff. And there was a new huge display for Valentino. The lady came over and she said, are you a blogger or a YouTuber? And I said, I do have a YouTube channel. And she said, I can spot you guys because you're really closely studying everything. And I said, well, thank you. I would hope as a consumer I do that as well. But yes, when I'm responsible for sharing information to other women, I want to make sure I get my facts straight. So yeah, I was probably studying the smallest of detail. But she said, then let me talk to you about this V lighter that Valentino has, because Valentino has recently launched a lot of beauty products. I have a couple Valentino bags, but that's really it because the price point for me just isn't something I'm comfortable with spending. But the cosmetics, I'm like, okay, I will listen. This V highlighter, she said, is their best seller. It is a primer and a highlighter, and you can use it as both. You can use it as each. This is the lighter color that's more on the cool side, and then they have one that's a warmer undertone. And it acts as a primer, but it also has a nice highlight to it. So if you didn't want to wear any makeup and you just wanted a little bit of a glow to your skin, then you could wear this. If you wanted to wear a primer and then put a foundation over it, which is what I've been doing and I did today, then you get that natural glow from within without looking shiny. Then you can also put on top of this tinted moisturizer if you want. You could put on a BB cream or a CC cream on top of this. But then what I love the most about it is after you've given yourself that nice healthy glow with your foundation or whatever cover up or base you use, Then you can use it again to go on top of it to highlight any areas that you want to highlight. So not only does it work underneath your foundation, it can also work on top of or in lieu of. So I really enjoyed that. In fact, I've used quite a bit in the last 3 weeks. One of the things I've loved most about this combination is it allows you to get that cloud skin. Now, if you don't know what cloud skin is, then make sure you hit that notification bell because I'm going to do a full tutorial on what it is and how to get it. One of the easiest ways to get it is to use a product like this that gives you a little bit of a highlight or a healthy glow with a matte foundation so that your skin has not a matte look, not a shiny glowy look, but sort of that puffy cloud, dreamy, blurred look. And I've been able to achieve that cloud skin with this faster than most other ways and techniques and tips that I have tried. So I am going to share with you how to get that look with this and then also how to get that look without this in case this is not something that you wanted to purchase. If it is, I will link it in the description box below. It does have a slight scent to it, so just know that. I'm very sensitive to migraines. This does not trigger a migraine for me, but it does have a little bit of a scent. So if you're uncertain, I would just recommend going into a store that carries it and give it the 1-over sniff test before you decide if it's right for you. All right, next let's talk about Makeup by Mario. In one of my You Do Not Need This videos, I was talking about the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. And I shared with you that I didn't care for it, but I didn't care for it because I had purchased the wrong color. So I wanted to do a follow-up to that one because that wasn't fair to the product just because I purchased the color that was way too warm for me. So I went back and bought this color, and this is Pink Glow. I'm just gonna put it on my hand, but then I'm gonna put it on my lips. It's the perfect light, soft pink. Now, when you first put it on, it is sticky, you can see that, but it dries down to not be sticky. So the way I have found best to use it is I will put a little bit of lipstick on and then I'll just dot this right in the center and then rub my lips together, and it just gives a little bit of a plump without that stinging sensation or that menthol sensation that sometimes we can get from other lip plumping. I wear this with or without lipstick. I've also liked it if I have a matte lipstick that I like the color of, but I don't want to do matte that day, then I can just add a little bit of this. This is also going to come up in the summer trends video because one of the summer trends that I'm going to share with you is a look where you've got a sort of a dewy glow to your skin and a dewy glow to the lips together. And this helps achieve a look like that flawlessly. So you'll be seeing this one again, and already it's dried down to not be sticky. Let's do the hair test. Ah, see? No stick. That is a winner. That's a winner when there's no stick. All right, staying with Makeup by Mario. I am a cream contour kind of lover, so I wanted to try the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpting Pen, I think it's called. Sculpting Stick. Shaping Stick. Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. The way this works is, think about Makeup by Mario. The products are good and quality. The packaging is so plastic. It's just plastic. That is my own issue. I'm not a fan of it. I feel like I get conflicted with the quality of the product as matches the price point. The quality of the packaging does not match the price point, but that's just my issue. Anyway, I'll never be sponsored by Makeup by Mario, probably. He's such a nice person, but I don't care for his packaging. All right. I like this one because, and I have it on today, I like how wide it is. This is about the size of a quarter, I would say. Really easy to just go right across here. Let's just do again because, you know, it's summer and why not do a double contour? We're just going to make sure it doesn't get in my hair. And then on the other side of it, I'm going to cover this side up so that I don't end with it all over my hand. Then on the other end, you get this nice short bristled, tightly compacted brush that you can easily just smooth that product right into your skin for a flawless contoured look that you can wear over or under your foundation, your BB creams, your tinted moisturizers, your CC creams. But either way, it blends really flawlessly into the skin. It's a creamy enough formula that it's easy to move around. And I think this brush is key, and I like that it comes with a brush, so it's not a separate purchase that you have to make in order for the product to work the way it's supposed to work. So I've been really pleased with this one, just not the packaging. Next up, and let's take the clip out of my hair. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about an eye primer. Now, many of you saw my video on Friday Face Off where I talked about the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, or Putty Primer, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the e.l.f. poreless putty primer, and that it's also a lip primer as well as an eyelid primer. Now that to me is a no-brainer, must have in your arsenal because it does all three things: primer, 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 and it does them flawlessly. I tested it side by side with a much more expensive primer, and the fact that it worked on the lips, for some reason to me, that just really sticks out as a good product at a really good price. So I do love that. However, if that's not something that you're interested in, I've recently tried the eyeshadow base by Alter Ego. Alter Ego, you know, is a company that has very good quality eyeshadows. They're almost always dupes for a more expensive eyeshadow palette, but at a fraction of the cost, and they have an eyeshadow base. So I wanted to see if this works as well as some of the other eyeshadow bases that I've tried, and it's what I have on today. It works nicely with cream, really nicely with powders, so just a little bit goes a long way. So if you like a no eyeshadow look, but you want your eyelids to have a good cover to them, almost like a concealer, but not something as heavy or cakey as a concealer, and you just want them to be the same color as everything else, maybe hide some of the redness, hide some of the veins, then that's where I have found this to come in really handy, is on those no makeup days where I don't want to wear an eyeshadow, but I just want to have a nice brightness to my eye. Then I just put this all over and it covers everything nicely without giving a cakey covered up look. And then just set it with a little bit of translucent powder, and I am set for the day in terms of the eye area, with a little bit of mascara, of course, because we always gotta have mascara. In fact, let me just share with you some of the Alter Ego eyeshadow palettes that I have, in case you are looking for one. So here is the Luster palette. This is more of a warm palette. I love this gold color for summer. I think that's just so pretty. That would look good on hazel eyes. It would look good, really good on brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes. I mean, that's just a nice color all the way around to highlight different, you know, different eye colors. And then that's a nice highlight. That's probably a good highlight just on the cheeks as well. So again, that's the Luster palette. The Coastal one I shared with you guys. This one's, I think, probably my personal favorite because it's more cool tones, which is just right up my alley. This next one you guys have probably seen all over social media, and as soon as I show it to you, I wish there was the Jeopardy clock that was like do do do, because you'll know right off the bat exactly what dupe this is for. But give yourselves like 3 seconds. Yep, you probably already got it. If you guessed Anastasia of Beverly Hills Novu palette, then you were... Shoot, that just really happened. Oh my gosh. The show must go on with eyeshadow all over my fingers, but if you guessed the Anastasia Beverly Hills Novu palette, then you were correct. So anyway, if you have not checked out Alter Ego eyeshadow palettes before and you're looking for some fun colors, but you don't want to allocate financial resources to a more expensive palette, then it might just be something to pick up, especially if you like to collect eyeshadows because you're never sure what you're going to want to wear, but you don't want to spend a ton of money for that one day a year that you might wear purple, then Alter Ego might be a good alternative for you. While we're talking about eyeshadow, I recently picked up the new Nude Light by Huda Beauty, and I have not tried this one yet, you guys, so I'm just sharing it with you to show you that it's available in case it's something that you might want to pick up. It's more on the cool side, which is why I grabbed it to begin with. Again, I haven't tried it. I have used some of the Huda Beauty eyeshadows before. They swatch beautiful. There's not a lot of fallout, good color payout, all the things that we look for in a eyeshadow palette. This one has a couple colors that I may never wear, like this purple sparkly one, but the rest of them I will most likely put a look or two together with. So I wanted to share with you that that's available. And then last but not least, and I'm gonna have to do a whole separate video on this because this video is getting long, so be sure to stay tuned because I also picked up the MAC Studio Fix Everywhere, this looking thing. This foundation that looks like, you know, lip injections or Botox injections, or I'm not sure what the idea behind this design was, but it's a cool concept. It's different. I love innovation, so I'm really excited to try this. The Studio Fix line in MAC has traditionally been a good quality product line all the way across, so I'm excited to give this a try. And of course I had to pick up the brush that they recommend you use it with, which is a dual fiber kabuki brush that is in the shape of a square. So I think I'll do a tutorial on this whole foundation because I want to know more about it. I want to know how well it works. So just know that that is in the next week or so coming up. All right, well, that does it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed a little window shopping with me. And as always, everything is listed in the description box below. I will see you guys next time. And when you look in that mirror today, remind yourself how beautiful you are and that I think you're awesome. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.